shop, live, work, golf, stay, move. Looks like we've got some sleepy cattle. And right next to the sleepy cattle, we have a whole field of what's called solar power, which is very popular in Texas. How you doing? Pretty good. I'm gonna set it right here on my trunk. You got a Pepsi too right here. There you go, sir.
Oh, man, thank you.
Yep, you too. You have a good day. Now we just passed Patriot Parkway, the Alliance and Roanoke Water Tower. And that's the water park called Hawaiian Falls. Right off Byron Nelson Boulevard. I was on Fairview. I'll be turning right on Byron Nelson, which is kind of a famous street in Roanoke. It's got restaurants. It's where Italian Bistro is located and other restaurants. So they have live music on the weekends. Guy that sings just like Frank Sinatra. Ultimately, in the long run, and in many cases, they were cones. All right, we're at our old Buc-ee's and we're going wide to my little spot right here on the edge. About 200 miles from the entrance, not 200, I'm sorry, 200 yards, or 150 yards around there. Probably say about 150 yards from the main entrance. Big parking lot for Buc-ee's. The gas just shot up. Well, time for me to see if I can finish my other sandwich. Or the sandwich I was working on earlier. Looks about like this. I don't eat like I used to eat my second marriage or my first marriage. I guess when you get married, you do get to eat a little bit more than the guy that's abandoned. Why would it be abandonment, you know? Why would you want to eat like you did when you were married? And not all married men, get to have a whole lot. But I'm grateful for what I do. What I do get. Thank you, Lord, for the food. And also, if you come to Buc-ee's, make sure your dog doesn't leave anything behind. Catch our drift? So when Angel and I were married, there was a man that had a wife and kids, and they were swept away in a river. He lost his wife and his kids because of a natural occurrence in Mother Nature, a flood. He was on vacation at a friend's cabin next to a river. It flooded, and the river carried away the house, his wife, and his children. He was able to hang on to a tree and leave with his freedom. Now, to compare, my second wife took the children. When I returned back on March 9th of 2019, everyone was gone. She now has, threatened my freedom because of child support laws. It's betrayal, and it's horrible because I haven't seen my children in 2 years. But there's a big difference between what happened to that man and what's happening to me. The difference lies in hope. When someone dies, they're gone for the rest of your life as you live on this planet. They are gone. You can't return back from death. Jesus Christ was the only one that did that, other than a couple of the prophets in the Old Testament. But Jesus Christ returned from the death. There were 2 others that went straight to heaven in the Bible that did not suffer death. And that was the only 3, even though Jesus Christ conquered death. I still have hope. There's a possible way out of this, as long as I abide by what I'm supposed to do and follow the child support laws and things like that. So there is hope, because from what I know, from well-being checks, they are still well, to my knowledge. So there is hope. There's a difference between the 2. Of course, the man could also start over. The one that lost his wife and kids, he could start over as well. So there even is hope for him too. It's a different type of thing when this has been planned by other members of my previous family. It's a planned betrayal. Paperwork was filed, signatures were drawn, so it was planned, and that hurts quite a bit every day that goes by. But there is a possible way. So I do have a chance. And, even if you do lose everything to something like, for example, death, there's still a chance to start over. God, it says in the Bible, God always finds a way for you to flee. And basically, he always provides a clean slate in one way or another, as long as you want that. Sorry I had to tell you that horrible story. I just thought it was important. All in all, God provides some beautiful country out there. Beautiful country. God provides beautiful majesty. Just as beautiful as a certain woman I know, whose eyes are as green as the fields of Ireland. And she knows who she is. Her name means beautiful. And she's out there. And she makes a great tuna helper. And a lot of good chicken dishes, too. There's some couple cows looking for the greener side. She has a lot of special dishes. All in all, she's as beautiful as all this majesty. We're in Dragon Country. This is Carroll. This is where I applied to be a high school teacher. I'm hoping they'll take me on emergency certification. Boy, that would change everything. So there's the South Lake Tower, which is in green and white, which represents the Carroll Dragons. And there's the tower there. And right here on the edge, they have every flag right here from 1960. There's one for 1960, all half-mast. 1846, that's the 1818 flag right there. See the stars start to dwindle a little bit. Then 1795, you can see that flag right there, 1795. Then the Declaration of Independence being on 1776. You can see the flag with the circle stars right there. And then finally, 1775, a year before the Declaration of Independence, it looked like that. It had the Union Jack in it. 1775, and that's called many flags in Bicentennial Park. Bicentennial. There we go. Now we're perfect. Bicentennial Park. We're working on being as perfect as I possibly can for you. Bicentennial Park. It's off of Whitechapel Boulevard entrance. God bless it. So we can be reminded of all the flags. All the things of the past. When you are in trouble, please tell. I belonged to a church at one time where one of their slogans were titled, "We Will Tell." And that is very true. We will tell. If you are in trouble, speak out. Tell. Do not keep it quiet. Our country is in trouble. And I want to change our country. And free others from bondage in the same way that I am. Fathers that are being persecuted because of their faith. We are in trouble. Please tell. If you don't speak out, no one's going to know. You must tell. It's a form of protest. If you feel there's injustice, then speak out and tell. Just speak out. The more people that speak out and the more people that protest, the more likely we are going to be able to free ourselves. And listen, when the child support laws are changed and these poor fathers can rise above, usually these are very good men, it will change our country for the good. I believe this. I believe this more than anything. Please tell. You must speak out. You must tell. I love this little car. They use it for delivery. It's been turned around since the last time I've seen it. It's a little Toyota. Look at the seat belts inside of it. It's got a little sunroof. And they use this in Sushi Sam for delivery. So we're headed right now.